Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Life with CeCe, the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Really quick, before we get started, before we get into it, before I let y'all know who our special guest is, as you can see, it's Beyonce, it's me. Period. But no, just kidding. But can y'all share this live with someone so that they can join in on the conversation? Get your questions ready. Today, you seen the topic is we're going to be talking about understanding the misunderstood. I feel like a lot of friendships and relationships and a lot of those things are um tainted because we just don't understand the other person. And so today we want to try to get that, worked out a little bit, smooth it out, maybe try to help somebody who has been trying to understand what their partner or their friend or whatever is going through so that, we can make this relationship a little bit smoother. So before I get into it, I want to let y'all know my guest today is someone who is very near and dear to my heart, my sister, my friend, GreenBean. She can let y'all know her real name if she wants y'all to know. But everybody, welcome GreenBean. Give her a hand. Woo! Thank you, GreenBean, for being here today. You can introduce yourself.
You already did. Nah, hey
But you
everybody.
can let them know whatever you want them to know. If you want to tell them your real name, you can.
No, everybody. My real name is not Green, but y'all can call me Green Bean. That's it.
That's good. Okay, so we're talking about today understanding the misunderstood because I feel like me as a misunderstood individual and me misunderstanding Green Bean and who she was in the beginning when we first met each other. So today this is an open conversation, totally transparent. We not gonna sugarcoat nothing. We gonna keep it 100 with y'all today. So I met Green Bean, what, maybe like 2 years ago,
Yeah,
year and a half
almost two.
ago, something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah. Through a mentorship program. Now, but before that, we met through a concert. Let's just keep it like that. We want to be respectful. Concert group. We were in the same group or whatever. And Green Bean name kept coming up. Green Bean, Green Bean, Green Bean. And I think she like joined the live and she was like really super crazy. And I was like, who is this girl? And so, I kept seeing her name a lot, Green Bean, Green Bean, Green Bean. And then I was like, this girl is mean. Like, she is so mean. And then turns out she really isn't mean. She's just a sweetheart, like, honestly. But because I didn't understand her, I just thought she was mean. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, Green Bean, you could jump in at any point in time. Um, First, I just want to say, y'all, I love Green Bean. like we are super
Yes.
cool now, and I think it's because we took time out to get to know one another and understand each other a little better. And if y'all are joining from Facebook, I don't think we can see y'all comments. So if you jump over onto my YouTube, I probably can see y'all comments. Make sure y'all comment and then join in on conversation too. That's why I wanted it to do go to live now because y'all can interact in the comments. But Green Bean, you can what do you feel like what's the let's see, I'm trying to put the question the right way so we don't get in trouble here. Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you feel like the reason is? Like, I know a lot of people don't like me without getting to know me. Do you have that same problem?
Yeah, especially with coming into from the concert and the program itself. Um, it was the start of the Panasonic, and we were just in the house, you
Right.
know, and all we did was Instagram live, Zooms, and I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna always, if I feel like you doing something that I don't agree with, and I know the person that you're doing it towards, they're not gonna stick up for themselves. We always come across those people that would just, leave it alone instead of actually saying something. I am that person that's gonna always say something. And I feel like at that time, how I would say stuff, it was to defend this person over here. But because this person didn't see the whole thing and everything that happened behind the scenes, and they just see me going off, they just automatically assume, just had that, oh, she's mean, I'm not going to deal with her type of thing. And also a couple of other girls, they were just like, they felt like because my name kept popping up, like I was clout chasing. I'm like, first of all, I just mind my business and I just try to make everybody smile and laugh every day. Like I don't do none of like that's not me.
And
And
I feel like I'm the same way, and like that's why I feel like me and you get along now because we took time to understand one another, and we're basically in the same boat. Like we both are like loud and outspoken and all that there, and people just don't like that, and it's because they don't understand us. They don't understand our same personality. So, what do you think about me? Like I had a conversation last night with one of my cousins, like my personality is I can get along with this wall right here. I can get
mhm,
along with this plant, but the plant might not like my personality, and that's okay. How do you deal with that?
I just let people be who they are. I'm not here to please everybody, and I know for a fact that I'm not gonna make everybody happy. But I always give people the chance or a chance. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I don't like you because you wore yellow today. Like, no.
Right,
I'm gonna allow you to show yourself, do whatever you do. And from there, then that's when I make my decision. And I do the same thing. Like I'm gonna always do people how I want people to do me. If you just don't like me because my name is GreenBean and people say it, there is nothing I can do for you.
right,
Like you just woke up and chose to not like me because you didn't understand a situation that I was in or what was going on. You only saw a piece of the puzzle. That's fine. If you don't want to
right,
take the to understand what happened, I can't do anything for you. I'm not gonna try to make you like me because that's not the person that I am.
right. Do you feel like, because I know I do this a lot, do you feel like because you're misunderstood by a lot of people, you fight harder to make people understand?
No,
You
that's
don't?
not that's not me. When I tell you I go about life as normal as if I don't even know that you don't like me. Because I mean, yeah, I can a key and put on the front and try to do something to cater to you, but why would I waste my time and my energy when you don't deserve it? You didn't want to give me a chance, so why would I waste my precious, valuable time and energy to please you? You're
Right,
unpleasable. You couldn't take the time out to say, hold up, let me see what's going on. Let me understand what's happening. You just like, nope. Mm-mm. So
right,
at that moment, you made the decision already to not. Now, when you grow up and decide to understand the picture that was shown to you, then, I would, okay, well, tell me what happened that made you uncomfortable?
right,
Because maybe it's not just you. Maybe it was my delivery on something. I may have meant well, but my delivery was horrible.
right,
But if you can't come to me honestly and be like, well, this, and this, came off a little wrong on my and to me, and you may not have meant it like that, but to me, then I will hear you out and understand. But if you just like, no, because you did this, I just don't, then there's nothing I can do, and I'm not gonna try to force it. If
right.
it's meant to happen, it'll happen, and if not, it's just not.
Um, what advice would you give someone? Because I see in the comments, hey Tanaja, hey Kamaya, hey Eric, hey Sierra. I see in the comments where someone said, IDK, why people not liking me bothers me because I know I'm a good person. What advice would you give to somebody like that? Because when I say I'm the same way, like I'm not a type of person who, if someone don't like me, I could just okay, well, whatever. Like I have to take a moment and process it. What advice would you give to someone who is just, wrestling back and forth with, I want them to like me. I want them to understand me.
Like I said, at the end of the day, you cannot please everybody.
Right.
So you're focused on something so minuscule that's not gonna help you in any form or fashion. It's not gonna put a smile on your face today. A lot of people are not gonna like you. Like people didn't like Jesus. And he didn't say, "Oh, hold on, let me stop the master plan because homeboy over there don't like me." He
That's
kept
good.
doing what he was supposed to do. And that's the same thing we have to do. We have to keep living life as we should.
That's good. That's good, girl. You speaking?
You
I
know,
was looking into. She said they don't pay your bills. Period.
right. I'm not gonna, if it's not gonna matter in 5 years, I'm not gonna worry about it for 5 minutes. Like that, like they said, it doesn't pay my bills. Me trying to make you understand, make you like me isn't gonna put money in my pocket.
Right.
I'm not, I'm not an Instagram role model. I'm not getting paid for this. I
Right.
ain't getting paid for your like. I don't care. It's not
Right.
beneficial to me in any way.
Oh, that's good. I was looking at the verse where the Bible said to have friends, you have to show yourself friendly. I feel like to me, I show myself friendly to everyone, but then like because they don't understand me or they don't understand my delivery, then we can't be friends. And I just think that's so unfair. Like that's not fair. Like I feel like if you want to understand a person, then you will. Like me, I have to learn how to just let people be who they are or meet them where they are, as we
Right.
say. Like that's just how you look at things. Okay, cool. Like we could still coexist. We could still be friends. We could still have a conversation, whatever. But I know, like in some things, you're a little bit more sensitive over there than me, or I'm a little bit more sensitive than you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess it's just learning how to navigate that. I feel like but I'm like, okay, but Lord, I show myself friendly to everyone that I come across. So, I mean, I guess it's like you said, you just gotta find a way. You can't please everybody. Um, I did have the question about to slip my mind. I had another question for you. How do you like with your friend group or siblings or however when you have a misunderstanding, how do you handle it?
It depends on what the honestly it depends on what it is. If it was a misunderstanding with something that somebody said, obviously you just have to backtrack and break it down piece by piece to understand what was said and understand why it was said and why the person feels like that. Um, but in our group, I mean, we don't have disagreements or whatever. I First of all, I'm the type of person I am not gonna argue. I ain't gonna do it. So if we're having a disagreement, we either gonna sit down, talk about it, and try to figure it out, or we just not gonna do it.
Okay, so with that, I'm the type of person I'm gonna shut down for a couple hours, couple days, whatever. How depending on how big it is. But
That's fine.
I'm gonna shut down for a couple days. But then I feel like with me, I've seen this happen like more than a couple of my friend groups. It has made things worse when you just shut down first, and then when I'm ready to bring it up, they already done moved past it, and they mad because I'm bringing it back up. You get what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
Yeah. So what I've learned is that we deal with things differently. I
Mm-hmm.
am a person. If me and my significant other, something happens, I'm not, and I don't. I never want to get angry and then say stuff immediately because
Yes.
I don't want to ever say anything that I'm going to regret or don't mean.
Right.
So
Because
it's
I got
it's
zero on
totally
the 100.
okay. It's okay to remove yourself, get yourself and your thoughts together, and then come back. When you're ready to address it. People
Mm-hmm.
can't force you to address something when you are not ready,
Right.
and that's what a lot of people we fail to realize, that we can't force somebody to be ready when we're ready. We
Right.
have to allow them that space and that time to get themselves together so it can be beneficial, because you never want to do something stupid and ruin something that's great,
Mm-hmm.
all because y'all couldn't properly communicate.
Right. Do you feel
So
like you're a good communicator?
I was not always a good communicator, but I am getting better because I've seen how me shutting down, what it does to people. And I I don't know what to call it, but I have a tendency of just like randomly shutting down, argument, no argument, whatever have you. That's just how I am. And that's not an excuse because, it's something that needs to be addressed and fixed. But you can't expect people to fix something when they don't know that it's a problem.
Right.
And so I was made aware that it was a problem. I decided to fix it because it was hurting my relationships.
Right. Also, did you ever feel like there was a time like you were? I mean, I don't like to use the term mean girl, but I mean, I don't know what else to call it. Do you feel like you were ever a mean girl, like, and then you was like, oh wait, I am. I need to fix this.
I'm not going to say no because, we all have our moments where we don't do things properly and we just run out of the side of our neck.
Mm-hmm.
And so to somebody it could have been like, "Oh, she was just standing up for what she believes in." And to somebody else it could have been harmful and hurtful. So I'm not going to say no because I don't know what I've said has always done good. So to somebody I was probably labeled the mean girl because I'm quick to stand up for my friends and my family.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I am often labeled a mean girl, but I'm like, I'm not even mean. I'm so nice to everybody. But I mean, it's just really everyone has a different perception of how they handle things or how they look at things. And so they just don't understand like that I'm not the way that you're labeling me to be.
And
So,
you just have to take it because some people create this label and they just want it to stay there. They're not going to change it just because, and they can see the real person that you are, and
mhm,
because they don't want to be wrong about you, they'll just keep it labeled like that, keep you labeled
right,
like that, and won't change it just because they don't want to be wrong. And that's when you have to accept it and meet people where they are.
right.
If that's how you feel about me, even though you've seen that I'm not this person, and you, even if you know why I did what I did, and you
Mhm,
still decide to keep this label on me, that's on you.
right.
Then that's where you set up your boundaries because I am no longer going to allow you to come into my life and cause dysfunction because you don't want to change your opinion.
That's right. No, that's good. You speaking good. Lord, I should have wrote these questions down because now, well, I can't write them down because I'm thinking of them just now. But has there ever been a time when um maybe you were in the wrong or something like that, but you meant what you said, so you didn't feel like it needed an apology? Like when do you feel like you should apologize for whatever the misunderstanding was, but
Of
you meant what you said?
course, you don't have to apologize for what you said. You probably have to apologize for how you said it.
Because I said what I
Because I
said.
said what I said, but if it came off to you in a way that it should not have, I apologize for that. But I meant every word that came out of my mouth.
Right. And I feel
We
like,
all we all go through that.
right, because I feel like I feel so bad when somebody was like, oh, CeCe was rude or da da da. Like, I mean, I have a situation right now in one of my friend groups, like, you're rude. I don't like you. You was dismissive. I'm good on you. Unfollow, unfriend. Goodbye. And that really hurt me because I'm like, you just misunderstood that in that moment I was going through something. And I feel
Yeah.
like you didn't want to understand because you feel like I'm making an excuse. And it's not that I'm making an excuse, like you just don't understand what I'm going through because have we don't live the same lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So you don't
Right.
understand. So, and I always tell people, like, if you want to understand somebody, you will. Like, you will try to meet them where they are. Let me break this down. Let me peel back the layers and see why they're acting the way they're acting. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. 1,000%. Because if we don't, what good is it gonna be if I just have you labeled as okay, say if I just have you labeled as a clout chaser. I don't want no dealings, no nothing, because you always want to be in the forefront. You always want to be seen. But little do I know the relationship that could be made if I just peeled that label off and just approached you directly,
Mm-hmm.
not on nothing shady, but just approach you and be like, well, XYZ, yada yada yada, and blah blah blah. Like, what kind of woman would I be if I can't be woman enough to approach you and talk to you?
No, that's good because I was actually going there next. Okay, so we could talk about this, so we need to be really careful. We want to be careful. Okay, so when I met you and when you met me, like we both labeled. I mean, I know I labeled you. We already talked about this as basically clout chaser, and I've been labeled as clout chaser, like want to be seen, want to be out in the front, and but that's not what it is. We both just have outgoing personalities, and people just cling to us automatically. Like
Right.
how do you deal with that, like in those situations? Because me, I don't ever want to be labeled as, like, I don't want to be labeled as nothing but me, and I'm nice to you, period. But when you get that label, like, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, in the beginning, with all of this, and I heard some, I don't know, I think somebody screenshotted a messages that were about me from one of the group chats that they were in,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't know that the person who sent me the screenshots was cool with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just randomly popped up some pictures, and I mean, they screenshotted everything. They was like, "Oh, she just a clout chaser." And that actually, that kind of hurt, because I was like, how am I a clout chaser when I have done nothing but, all I did, when we first got on all the lives and everything, what was I do? I was just making people laugh, just saying stuff, ha ha ha, kiki, whatever, because that's just what it was. So I honestly felt some type of way. And that's when I think I had originally like pulled back from Instagram the first time,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, dang, I don't want to be labeled like that. But then I had to remember, like, people are gonna say whatever they want just
Right.
because they don't like you, just because they aren't getting that recognition. That word just ate me up. God, that you are getting. And I mean, honestly, I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect my name to ring bells, because I'm just a chill person. I literally always chilling, just minding my business and just doing dumb stuff on social media. Like, that's just what I do,
Right.
because it makes me happy. And that's why I was like, dang, just because I have a green bean is memorable. This
Yes.
name is really memorable. Like, it's only, how many of y'all know? One.
Right.
So that
I
name
only one.
is right. It's just something that's easy to remember. So it's not
Right.
my fault that when said people or whatever, they just, oh, green bean, green bean, green. Like, it's not my fault. I'm not out here paying for promotion.
Right.
It
Period.
just happened. If they just so happen to call upon my name, why should I be in my feelings because you are in your feelings?
Right. One of the comments says, people take being honest as mean because they don't want to accept the honesty. Like that, I ain't never heard nothing more true.
Right.
Because
Like that
me,
hard truth.
a lot of times I be wanting to be so honest with people, but I'm the type, like, I don't never want to hurt nobody's feelings, and people get hurt over the truth sometimes. And then when you bring the truth, you messy. Like, I'm confused. Am I honest or am I messy? I'm confused.
You're gonna be whatever they need you to be to make
Right.
good at that moment. And that's why I just don't care anymore. Like, people are gonna do and say whatever to make them look good.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care to look good in everybody's eyes,
Right.
because at the end of the day, it's not your decision where I go.
Right.
You have no say so.
Right. No, that's good. And also, me with being honest, I feel like I I mean, I feel like I'm an honest person. I ain't just out here lying. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying I kind of hold back because, again, I don't want nobody to put that label on me. I don't want nobody to say like she's messy. No, baby, I was actually telling the truth. You didn't want to hear the truth. Now I'm messy.
But that's the
That's
thing. The real ones that know you, and that like genuinely truly know you, will know, and they will defend that you are not being messy, that you are just telling the truth. People don't
right.
like that. People like yes men.
Woo!
People
That's
like
another
people that's
thing.
gonna kiss their hind parts all the time. And
That'll
I
be
cannot be that person for you, because, as I said, who would I be to let you just out here out in the world thinking you hot stuff, and you got toilet tissue stuck at the bottom of your foot.
I'm crying. No, but facts. No, that is good because like I'm not a yes man either. I'm not a yes man, but I'm gonna let you, if you want to look stupid, you believe like you believe what you believe, you go ahead. Cause I don't want you to say, and I'm terrible at like decision making and all that. So I usually go with the flow. But if I don't agree with it, oh baby, I'm out. I'm out. Like,
Right.
and it's been so many times where I have wanted to speak up, but then when I speak up, everybody else wanna shut down. So you now you got me looking crazy. Like, no, I don't like that. Like, are you the type of person who will speak up even on like a friend's behalf, something like that?
1,000%. That's why a lot of people don't like, well, didn't like me to begin with, because
Uh-huh.
of a situation that happened early on. And I got on Instagram and I may have or may not have cursed somebody out. And that's
Uh-huh.
when people made that, oh no, she's mean. Why would she get on here and do that? Well, you did your dirt on social media. You get called out on social media.
Right.
And
And
that's when it clicked in everybody's head, like, oh, she's a mean girl, blah blah blah. No, I'm just being honest. I don't
yes.
care what it may look like. If I am here doing the right thing and protecting what's mine, I am a very protective person.
Mm-hmm.
Very protective. So if I call somebody my sister, my word is my bond. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to war for you. If you're
Right.
wrong, I'm gonna say, hey sis, you dead wrong.
Right.
But if I know what's going on, what's what, and you are not wrong, and somebody else is doing something to embarrass and humiliate you and throw
Yes.
dirt on you, I'm gonna say something every time, and I'm not gonna think twice about it.
That's
I'll
good.
say something before. In the beginning, stuff used to happen, and I'd be like, I'm finna say something, and Ash and seeing them would have to be like, Bean, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they'll be like, it's worth it, go, because they know how I am.
Right.
They
And
know I'm gonna put you in your place about mine.
right. That's good. That's the type of friend that we should all want. Like, take time to, that's the whole point of this conversation today. Take time to get to know somebody. Like, I don't like that saying no new friends and all that kind of stuff. Like, that stuff is so childish and dumb to me. Like, I'm gonna get to know a person for myself before I make a decision on whether I like you or not. I'm gonna get to know you for myself. Now, I have been one to be like, you know what, actually I don't like you and I don't even have a reason why. That's childish. We gotta grow up in 2022. Praise God.
That's
But we gotta grow up. Like, you have to take time to get to know somebody. You have to take time to understand why they respond to things how they do, or why they, do what they do, or why their actions are how they are. You have to literally take time to understand. And I feel like that's why I can get along with this plant here or anybody else because I'm the type of person who does that. And I know that I'm often misunderstood because when, like I said, like when I like literally had to finally reach out to you and like, oh, this girl is cool. Like, y'all are literally in the same boat. You're misunderstanding her, why she's doing what she's doing, how she acts, da da da. And that same thing is happening to you. So look at you judging her and saying you don't like her over something you don't understand. Wow,
right.
get me together, God. Get me together. Get me
It's
together.
a lot of people on these socials and medias that don't like me because they homegirl don't like me.
Like that, I think that's the dumbest thing to me. And I have said this a many a times. I told my friend group, if there's ever a time where you feel like I can't be friends with somebody because you don't like them, oh baby, I don't want to be your friend because you're
Right.
gonna do that every single time. You're gonna do that every single time. And me, I am a people person. I don't care if you got three toes, eight teeth missing. I don't care. Like, I'm a people person. I can make friends with anybody. So I'm going to be outgoing and all of that. So I don't I don't do the mean girl things. I just try to, like, I really, after like meeting you, well, not meeting you in person because we ain't met in person, but like
Waiting.
but really like getting to know you, like, I really have taken time, like with every new person that I meet, like to try to understand why they are the way they are. Not a hate train, Lord mercy, have mercy.
That's what it
But
be. It's
I
the
think
hate train.
everybody, I think everybody has a hate train, but the people that is on the hate train really don't even have a reason to hate. Like you really don't even know the person. Like you didn't take time to get to know them all the way, so you don't even know them. So we look crazy. We don't want to hate people. We want to spread love. God is love, and I love God, so I'm love too. Period. So Green Bean, let's see. I said question, question.
Y'all see me looking crazy because I'm looking crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the question. Oh, I got it right here in my hand. I don't know why. Okay, here, let's put it on the screen.
There we
What are your
go.
thoughts on being friends with someone that one of your friend isn't too fond of? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like for me, and then you can answer Green Bean. For me, if my friend isn't fond of them or they don't like them, first of all, I have to ask my friend, okay, friend, so what happened? First of all, I like to know. I was just telling my cousin this. I like to know what I'm walking into. Tell me why you don't like her. And then I'm gonna see if I'm just too shady, like I'm like, oh girl, that's between y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's something too shady, like, oh, I can't get with that. I don't like that type of person. No way. Like, I'm not gonna be around her. But then if I get around her and she not, it's really just a personal issue, y'all gotta work that out. They don't got nothing to do with me. And if my friend can't accept that, then that's just that on that. I have a friend right now who don't like when you talk to somebody that she don't like. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because I'm going to talk to everybody until they prove to me. Y'all know how like people be saying on Facebook like Chick-fil-A got called me an N-word to my face before I stop going there. I'm so sorry.
Period.
I'm so sorry. Like this person is going to have to do something to me directly before I stop messing with them. I'm sorry. Like that doesn't make me uh unloyal, disloyal, whatever the word is that people like to use. But that doesn't make me not loyal to you, you know. So
You
you could give your answer on that.
you gotta have at that point. You have to develop boundaries. You have
Yeah.
to. I'm not saying boundaries as in I don't talk to you after 7 o'clock, but like if since I am X, Y, and Z, I'm cool with X, Y, and Z, and you are not cool with X, Y, and Z. If y'all can't be in the same room or in the same area, I will not put you in that position to do that because I don't want to cause any more ruckus in what y'all have going on. Now, if you can't respect me hanging out with X, Y, and Z on Friday night because you just don't want me to, then I can't rock with that. You need to take some time out and step back before you lose another friend
Right.
for being dumb. Like,
And
I
I
mean,
think
we're as an adult, you learn like different friends for different things.
yes.
You have friends that you can hang out with and go grab a drink with, and friends you just go to the movies with.
All right.
Like you have to know what friends are for what and what friends are not. You just have to develop boundaries with different people, still respecting the person that you are and the person that they are. But yeah, I don't mind it. I have friends that don't get don't get along with other people that I'm cool with, and they respect my decision to be cool with them. They don't do
Yeah.
anything respectful. They don't say nothing dumb to them about that. They don't put me in a situation where I
Yeah.
have to choose,
Yeah.
you know? So you just gotta deal with them as they are. If they respect the boundaries, they respect them. If they don't, then
Somebody get the grocery. That this comment right here is good too. It made me think about like when I like in the season that I'm in, I I feel like I keep losing friends and keep losing people. And the enemy was really my mind like, dang, you really are a bad person. Like you really are rude. Like you really are, this and that. Like the enemy was really trying to make me feel like I was really a terrible individual, like a terrible human being. And I'm like, now wait, hold on. Hold on. And it's really because I didn't set boundaries with people, but when I started to set those boundaries, now I'm me. Now I'm the bad person because I'm setting the boundaries now. I decided
Right.
after these many a years, however long I've known them or whatever, I decided now, no, I can't come every time. No, I'm not gonna be there. Just starting saying no to a lot of things that I would usually say yes to, or speaking up in certain situations. Now I'm the mean person. And so I don't feel like just because and it ain't really like everybody think that I'm a mean person. It's not everybody, because there is people who genuinely love me, and I genuinely love too. But I just feel like because they don't understand the season that I'm in, the going back to that word understanding, you don't understand the season that I'm in right now. You don't understand why I'm doing it, and I'm not taking time to explain it to you. Like either you get with it or you don't. Now that's just where I'm at in this season. What about you, Bean?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just be like, "Oh, I feel like you were mean," and don't give me an explanation as to why you think that. Well, if it was
Mm-hmm.
something that I said, tell me what I said to make you feel that way.
All right.
Like, you have to help me understand where you're coming from. You can't just tell me that I'm mean just because you want to tell somebody that they're mean, or just because you don't like me.
Right.
Just because, if you, like I said earlier, if maybe I said something and the delivery came off a little wrong,
Mm-hmm.
then you can say, I feel like you were mean because of how you said X, Y, and Z. What I said may have been true, but if how you received it was wrong, then tell me. And then I'll be cautious of how I say things after that.
Right.
But I mean, people will just call you mean just because they don't like you, and because they just want to say
Right.
stuff about
They
you. So
might want to get everybody else on their team too. Weird. But no, this has been such a good conversation. It's honestly freeing. I feel like it's like a little bit of a counseling session for me or whatever. But because I've been wanting to get GreenBean on here, y'all, and so we could talk about this because there was a time like we didn't vibe like that because of a misunderstanding. Like that's crazy. Like, well, now that I think about it, I'm like that is so crazy. But GreenBean, no, I love her. That's my sis. I'm 10 toes down. Period. We gonna link up
CeCe, are you
real
frozen or
soon.
is it just me?
No, I'm not frozen. Are you frozen?
I'm not on my screen. I'm not frozen, but you are
You're
frozen
not
with your.
frozen on my screen either. But I'm frozen on this, probably. But it's
Oh,
okay
okay.
because this is going on the audio only. But we about to end the conversation anyway. So leave the people with some last words.
Last words. You already
Tell
know
them
what
where
the
to follow you.
going on. No, I'm just playing. I had
Nah,
fun.
do you want people to or what?
Huh?
Do you want the people to follow you or what? You can tell them where to follow you at and all that.
Oh yeah, my Instagram is at Risa Johnson 96. I have a YouTube channel, Green Beans, where I'm probably not gonna post on that. But if y'all want to follow me,
I'm
I
definitely
may
following.
post something because I'm doing some things, so I may pop in here and there.
Period.
But that's it. Oh yeah, follow us, me and CeCe both on Instagram because y'all know we got something coming for y'all every Monday night.
Grown folks talk on Mondays.
Grown folks talk Monday night. That's
I don't
funny.
think I've ever told the people what y'all know. Follow me, Life with CeCe, the podcast on Instagram. I don't think I've ever said that, and you can follow me at it's me underscore CeCe also. But yeah, I am frozen on y'all screen, but that's okay because it's gonna be uploaded as audio only anyway, so that's all right. Everything is fine. So thank you so much, Green Bean, for being here. Tell the people, you have any last encouraging words for the people of God that maybe misunderstood and you know want to know how to get to it.
Y'all live life. Be you. People just gonna hate because they know it's an option in life. Don't stress yourself over something that's not gonna matter to you in your life in 5 years. If it's not making you no money, no nothing, just don't worry about it. Take it as it is. Don't let it get to you. Especially if you know the kind of person that you are. Just ride that thing, God, thug it out. And yeah, you're gonna be good.
Period. Tanaja, we are so rude. I'm so sorry. That was Tanaja's live. We just made it a Monday night thing. We gonna be on
I'm
Tanaja's page
sorry.
too. Follow.
Follow me, CeCe and Tanaja.
Period. But anyway, GreenBean, I love you and thank you so much for being here today. Bye.